A cat falls asleep calmly to the intrusive thoughts torturing him each night.
Look out! I'm gonna crash! Ow. Do you need car insurance? Hey man, what was that? Well, you're in luck, because I've got a deal for you. Just call the number on the screen, and I'll get back to you right after I get out of the hospital. Stay there. I need your details. Looks like someone is interested in some car insurance.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cat News. Well, today's first story, we're going to a melon competition. Riveting stuff. Hey, looks like we've got a winner.
An evil man in a bush is threatening someone. Don't go near, but if you do, bring a map or some hedge clippers. We go live to him now. Haha! You're trapped in my evil maze. You can't escape now. And neither can I. Why did I pick this stupid gimmick? My limousine is finally here, and also has arrived at my destination. I know, pretty fancy, but I'm not walking all the way to the unemployment office. Hey, I'm a serious person. Stop looking at my obscenely long clown-like shoes. I worked my finger to the bone to be able to afford a nice pair of shoes like these. People have no respect these days for a little guy like me just trying to make it in this difficult world. Yeah, keep laughing, but if I weren't wearing these shoes, I'd be late for an important meeting right now. Olympic dreams cut short after being born. We all have dreams. Stupid dreams. Which is why I gave mine up 5 seconds into existence. I was just being realistic. It wasn't gonna happen. Even a 5-second-year-old could see it. Now I'm a 10-year-old accountant. I'm getting a head start on my miserable life. Okay, I drilled a hole in this wall. We can escape the wedding now. That's what I said to the groom. It was a beautiful service, though. You can't deny that. New species discovered 5 seconds after scientist finishes 7,000-page animal encyclopedia. Well, it was a good effort. I guess it's time to start again. To be or not to be? That's a question this actor can't ask himself. Because he's awful. He needs to pack it up and start thinking about a different career. Like hosting award shows and giving other better actors awards. Or he could host his own news show and act as distraught as I surely feel in the face of daily tragedy. Vogue. I don't know what that means, but it's fashionable to say right now. A model has struck audiences with an inspiring pose, and it was amazing. Unlike last week, when I struck the same audience with my shoe. By accident. I'm sorry, Mrs. Penberry. I'm not paying for your new teeth. I'll see you in court. It turns out that therapy was a sham all along, as I feel better than I've ever felt before, except for that time I successfully petitioned to add another letter to the alphabet. It's pronounced To be honest, I didn't really think it through. I was on my way to my session when some genius decided to pull out in front of me. I think it's fair to say I gave him a piece of my mind. And now he's the one in therapy. Folks, let's all congratulate Bob on getting over his deepest fear of spiders, which he's well acquainted with, since he apparently didn't get the memo that you can clean your house once in a while. He was given a present for all his progress. Well done, Bob. You earned it. It was a journey of 10 steps, and let me tell you, I felt every one of them. Intense, tiring, difficult. Those are just some of the words I left in my review for the customer support guy when my fridge broke down. Well, obviously someone hasn't bought a month's worth of chicken in a bucket before. 30% off. I'd be an idiot not to buy it. But the moral of the story is, the chicken went stale, as my fridge is still broken. Thank you for watching, and keeping journalism alive. We never want it to be us when we read through the newspaper in the morning, wondering what all those squiggles mean. We breathe a sigh of relief when we see it was the guy down the street. What a loser. I always knew I was fashionable. Welcome to Cat News. As we look to the future in today's new segment, looking into the future, let's reflect on past predictions, like flying cars. I was in a flying car once. Briefly. Let's not get into that, is what I should have said. It really is impractical, isn't it? I mean, I'd like it, but that's because my car has no wheels. Anyway, I think we can safely say there'll be no flying cars. Unless I'm behind the wheel. Thank you for watching. Looking into the future. The mayor is caught up in yet another scandal. This week, not answering questions. Avoiding the press undermines democracy. We have a statement here from the mayor. I'm sorry, but we can't leave you alone. It's our job to ask questions, like, why are we here? Who am I? And how did I end up in this career? Crossword man, the villain, is at it again. His archenemy being creativity. And he's threatening to push the button, unless someone helps him with his crossword. Who knows what terrible things could happen if he were to press it. I can't even think it, which is a failure of imagination. Please, brave souls out there, or bored souls, call into the show and answer the puzzle. Cat Town is riding on it. In the interest of fairness and impartiality, it was a hard crossword that week. This is Cat News. We now go to the weather. Hi, welcome to the weather, where I'm looking into my tea leaves to divine the future. So that's where the budget cuts were this year. Yeah, tell me about it. You think it's easy figuring this stuff out? I had to retrain and do a course out of my own pocket. It's not even accredited. I had a whole team working for me before. Now I have him. I hate to put you on the clock, but people are waiting. Okay, let's see here. Jeff, how is it? It's miserable. I hate my life. No, the weather. Oh, it's sunny and cloudy. Well, there you go. It's gonna be sunny and cloudy. That was the Cat News weather team there. I don't know what we'd do without them. Probably throw darts at a wall. We're looking at wild animals today on Cat News. And I'm not talking about that studio audience member there. This is a dangerous snake. I know, because it just bit me. But it's also dangerous because it's just eating my food. And if one of my dinner guests was here with us today, I'd be a good cook. This is a warning to stay away from snakes. Although you are invited to my dinner party this weekend at 5 p.m. It's a difficult economy out there. People are suffering. Like a man who's just now being reported to have just gotten the granola bar after aggressively pushing the button for the bag of sour candies. It's a war zone out there. Oh, and a man who just lost his house. It's not just office workers being made redundant. It's also plate spinners in danger. Long thought to be one of the safest professions. It just proves that we're all under threat. except for me, as I locked in a 50-year contract, signed in crayon. Hi, I'm back from seeing my doctor, and the results are in. The good news is, I found a parking space, and I'm alive. The bad news, my body is apparently craving nutrition. Well, you can't always get what you want. It's a tough world. We can't all be doctors and afford fruits and vegetables. But you know what? I'll survive on pastries and other assorted foods high in saturated fat. That was Cat News Health Hour. Thank you. A new shop has opened up here in Cat Town. I've been in myself, and I've gotta say, it's pretty good. There's all sorts in there I didn't know I didn't need, like my autobiography I wrote in the 90s, and a novelty-sized spoon if you're eating soup in a rush. It's good to see the entrepreneurial spirit alive and well here, after we reported on the closure of the flammable carpet store that met its end due to no customers, as they were inside all year during the wildfires. Luckily, the store was unaffected. Unluckily, their carpets were ugly. I'll never get a refund. This was Cat News, about to browse some words. Family is the most important thing. They're there when we need them the most, because we all know my sister wasn't going to be able to carry me alone. They all banded together to throw me out. Little did they know, I already have myself a swanky new place in this gross, awful, abandoned basement that's probably hosting some previously unknown disease. And that's before I moved in. We'll see who has the last laugh. Please don't laugh at the TV screen as you watch this broadcast. That's not fair. Just wait till you hear from my lawyer. He's very lonely. We all have a lawyer. No? Seriously? Who else is going to get you out of the many crimes you didn't commit? I thought everyone saw those limited edition boy band frame photos. Those things were difficult to get. Out of the shop, have you ever tried juggling 500 frame photos? It's hard. You know, I think this is time for me to self-reflect. I've been led astray by society. They kept telling me it was a good thing. Oh well, at least I was never caught. I'm sitting here, reading old great literature. The TV guide. Remember the good old days, when there was no fancy technology, no on-demand TV, just you, the couch, and an onion for dinner. We weren't poor, I just like onions. Catching up on all the TV, in the TV guide. One channel we had in those days. It was all you needed. You don't know how good you had it until it's gone. That was a good onion. Do you love coffee? Good, because I do too. Everything is better when you have boiling hot coffee in the morning. Just watch me go. Escape the 9-to-5 life by becoming unemployed. They call it the rat race, and it's a stupid metaphor. I could beat a rat in a race. They have little feet. Anyway, I escaped it, and you can too. Join me as we watch a 24-hour marathon of the Weather Channel. Winning an award is the proudest moment of your life. It was for me when I won Worst Wedding of the Year. 2 years in a row, I might add. It really helped me get over the messy divorce. There was spaghetti everywhere, but enough about my life. Or if you can't get enough, why not read my new memoir, available at the street corner after the show. I'll be standing next to the reputable store. Anyway, this is to the Stinkiest Person Award winner. I was robbed. This is Cat News. He might have said something catchy 10 years ago, when he coined the phrase, best thing since sliced bread. and that would have been great. But he hasn't stopped. We've had numerous complaints that objects ranging from dishwashers to microwaves to even greeting cards shaped like little hearts have been sliced in two. That's just sick. This man needs to be stopped before he slices all of us. This is cat news, and there's been an alien outbreak from some lab somewhere. Some have described it as a freak, which I thought was a bit much. I know that there are many important questions being asked right now. People want to know what's going on, and we're here to answer those pressing questions. No, it's not edible. Believe me, I tried. Who knows how this story will develop, and frankly, I've lost interest. Why care if you can't eat it? This was Cat News, keeping the nation informed. Dear Diary, I'm feeling fat today, and it's not because I'm about to burst out of these jeans. It's because I haven't received a compliment. I'll leave it there for today. Oh, didn't see you there. This is Cat News. There's a lot of talk these days about getting in touch with your emotions, which is why I've started my own diary. And I suggest you do too. It's good to really pour out all your emotions. Get it all off your chest. It's why I always seem so calm. You should see my diary. So let's do a good thing and give me a compliment. This was Cat News, feeling fat. It's a truly tragic day, as a local chef has sadly passed on. It's a horrible story. Some customers just spoil it for everyone else, which is what a witness said when she saw the chef's foot sticking out of the suspect's mouth. It really pains me to report on this story, as I want to try out the new restaurant for myself. I'll have to eat at the new restaurant next door, which is named The Cannibal Next Door, where the twist is, apparently, that the chef eats you, or the restaurant next door to them does. Well, I'd like to see them try. This was Cat News, feeling hungry. Can you hear that? That's the sound of the singer's career ending, if it even existed in the first place. Scientists are saying this may be the first time the sound of failure has ever been detectable, as such a vacuum was left after last night's concert. The singer was available for comment, but we didn't want one. And who would? This was Cat News, retiring before my inevitable failure. Fashion is serious business, and if you're not fashionable, you shouldn't have rights. That was the opening sentence of my college thesis, which doesn't exist now. The college, this up-and-coming star of the catwalk, is taking things to the next level by showing us all the importance of authenticity. I think I'm feeling inspired. One man's debilitating fear of spiders was cured by a new fear of lions after an exposure therapy session in the lion exhibit. And now the weatherman again. It's going to be sunny. Ow! It's so blinding. Ah! Cover your eyes, everyone. Don't go outside. Oh, someone moved the studio light. It's going to be mild. Huh? Oh. It's raining. What will we do without you? So we'll be getting a light shower today. Over here. And over there. Oh yeah, and a tornado. I'd wear a coat.
Applicant who hates his life is perfect candidate for the job. Caricature artist goes out of business in Cat City. It's rough out there, and I'm not talking about the economy. Some guy entrusted with nuclear security of the nation. We're in good hands. Now look at some amazing beachfront property. Wow, I can just smell the ocean. A concerning rise in dyscalculia. Say that 5 times fast. Just doesn't add up. Scientists are baffled. Delusional man accepts awards on behalf of famous actors. Enters the Hall of Fame. What talent. Emotional trauma captured in crystal clear quality. With the brand new phone from Cat Technologies. Available in all stores now. New advancements in telescopes. What a time to be alive. Athlete takes pointers from 55-year-old with self-inflicted chronic illnesses. Judges replaced by old game show wheel amid government cutbacks. Neighbour at 2 a.m. has the most beautiful singing voice you've ever heard. Vampire sees his reflection after cleaning century of dust off mirror. Nation's immaturity levels tipping the scales. Much like your mom. Man who received news of a lifetime takes a lifetime to process it. World stops to hear man's interesting opinion. Our next story, free spirit with no destination, kicked off bus. Well, for this next interview, we've got a great guest. Who do you think you are? Kevin? Have you always done this? Done what? You're being evasive. You have something to hide. Have I got the wrong station? You can't run away forever. Cult leader admits things got out of hand. In today's investigative reporting, who ate the last muffin? We're going live to the staff room to confront this thief. No, criminal. What do you have to say for yourself? Get out your candles, because we've got a special interview coming up. It's not often you get to talk to someone who's 100 years old. Here we are, outside Mr. Davidson's house. Let's knock on the door and talk to him. For today's first story, looks like we've got a car accident. Looks pretty ugly. Oh, we have an official statement. What did you say to me? Over here and say that to my face. I'll knock you out. Say that to my face. Go on. Go on. Yeah, I didn't think so. No, that's diplomacy. We have another statement coming in. It reads, what was that? Delusional Cat sellout tour. Tickets sold out. A quick one right now. Local cat turns 30. We now go to the annual snail race to see the progress of the annual snail race of 1997. Oh, it's heating up. Wow. Hold on to your seats, folks. This could get ugly.